think that's stiff. I think we did it. I think we did it. I think we did it. Spring has sprung, so how do we celebrate all these flowers in bloom? Betty Crocker's answer? Daffodil cake. I'm Melinda and I'm cooking my way through Betty Crocker's 1971 recipe card library. Today we are making daffodil cake, which is from section N, Favorite Family Desserts, card number 4. Daffodil cake is essentially an angel food cake, but instead of leaving it just with the egg whites, we're gonna mix egg yolks into half of the batter and then swirl it so that you kind of get this combination of white and yellow like a daffodil. And then you're gonna top the cake with a lemon glaze. I think the combination of the angel food cake, which is gonna be really light and fluffy and airy, with the like bright citrusy lemon glaze is just gonna be perfect for spring. So let's get started. All right, it's time to make our cake batter. We're gonna start just by mixing together the flour and some of the sugar. So I got a cup of cake flour here. We need cake flour specifically. And then 3/4 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. And we'll just get that kind of stirred together. Easy peasy. I assume that this is an angel food cake recipe. I don't know why I assume that. It just seems like it is. We're using the tube pan, we're making a meringue. I have never made angel food cake from scratch on this channel. Every time I make an angel food cake recipe, it calls for the Betty Crocker angel food cake mix. So I'm not sure if these are the ingredients to angel food cake. I've never made one before, but I'm using my deductive reasoning skills to assume that that is in fact what we're making. This looks pretty stirred together. Done, set that aside. And now we're gonna bring over our 12 egg whites. Betty says in a large mixer bowl, beat the egg whites, cream of tartar, and salt until foamy. Now locked and loaded. Get that egg whites going in. Crack 12 eggs, not my favorite task. Then I got the cream of tartar and the salt. All right, let's go. Foam it up. Okay, I think we've achieved foamy. So what we're gonna do in order to make the meringue is slowly add 2 tablespoons-ish of sugar at a time while we're beating it on high until the meringue holds stiff peaks. So I'm just gonna crank this up and I'm gonna just like tip a little sugar in at a time. I think that's stiff. I think we did it. I think we did it. I think we did it. Okay, so now we're gonna just gently fold in the flavoring. So we have a bit of vanilla and a bit of almond extract here. Gently fold in the flavorings. Gently fold in the flavorings. We don't want to lose our fluff. Now I'm gonna separately beat 6 egg yolks with my hand mixer until it is very thick and lemon colored. I guess this is thick and lemon colored. I can't say it's much thicker than it started, or much more lemon colored than when it started, but it's not really doing anything else, so I think we're good. On to the next. Okay, now what? Sprinkle the flour sugar mixture 1/4 at a time over the meringue, folding in gently, just until flour sugar mixture disappears. Okay. That's about 1/4. Now I see why we usually use the angel food cake mix. This is a lot of work. It is very stressful. If things go wrong, you don't have a good cake. It feels like I'm putting like sand through a cloud or something. They feel like two things that shouldn't be combining. I can smell the almond though. That almond extract, it really kind of makes itself known. Okay, things seem folded. I don't see like pockets of flour and sugar anymore. And it has taken on a much stickier sensation. So I think we're good to go. Ooh. Now we're pouring half the batter into its own bowl, which I don't know, just eyeball it, I guess. Is that half? Who's to say? Oh look, I found a pocket of flour at the bottom. I think that's about half. Now we are going to fold in the egg yolks to this half of the batter. I'm worried. I'm stressed. You know, they like to say that baking is a science. This feels like the most scientific baking I've ever done. The steps and the change of, you know, density and just a lot going on. I predict that the final cake is not going to be as noticeably swirled into two colors as I thought it would be. All right, so I have my tube pan here and we are going to spoon yellow and white batters alternately into ungreased tube pan. So we're just going to start with a scoop of white going in, maybe another scoop over here, another scoop over here. I don't want to put too many in the bottom. Okay, then a scoop of yellow. The yellow is goopier. The yellow is goopier. This is a mess. This is a huge mess. And then it says to gently cut through the batters to swirl. So I'm just taking a butter knife here and I'm just trying to do a final swirl. I mean, it's hard to say what's happening under the surface. Like, I guess I should go deep with my knife and just try to get that swirl to really happen down there. There's a strange pocket that's extra yellow. Ignore that. Okay, so this is gonna go in a 375-degree oven for 40 minutes, and then we'll let it cool. All right, while our daffodil cake is cooling, let's make the lemon glaze. So I have a cup of powdered sugar here, and into the powdered sugar, I'm gonna add some grated lemon zest and some lemon juice. And now this is the part I'm worried about. It calls for 2 tablespoons of milk. I always end up adding too much liquid when I'm making a powdered sugar glaze, so I'm gonna go slowly here. We might not use all 2 tablespoons. I just wanna see how the glaze comes together. It's a little too thick. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Also, before I go too much further with the milk, I wanna put in the food dye and see. Sometimes that like liquefies it more than you'd expect. So I'm gonna put, it says a drop of yellow food coloring. We'll see what that does. You might need 2. Oh no, 1 is good. It will thicken up a little bit too before we pour it on the cake. So we'll stop here for now. All right, let's get that cake out of the pan. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with how this looks after it came out of the oven and cooled. It looks just like the other angel food cakes I've made. So I think we did something right here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this knife around the edge to kind of release it from the pan. Now, every other time I've made an angel food cake, we frosted it. I've never had one with just a glaze. So I am a little worried about like the rough edge of the angel food cake. That's how a normal angel food cake is served, right? It's like kind of a raw cake, if you will. You might eat like a little bit of like whipped cream or something with. So it's not that crazy to me. Okay, what do I do next? I think I push it out. Oh. 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 There it goes. Ta-da! Very interesting, very interesting. We could definitely see the swirl. We love that. I don't love the like brown outer bits and revealing the white and yellow cake below. Did I bake it for too long? Is that what happened? You know, it does look brown. The photo, it's more evenly brown around the edges. It's not like a mix of brown crumbs and interior. All right, so you can kind of tell from the front of the card that the glaze really coats the whole top and then drips a little bit along the sides. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do here, is just like pour it on the top and see what happens. Okay, let's do this thing. You know what I'm worried about? Is the crumbs. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna pour this glaze all the way around. You know, maybe I didn't make enough glaze. Maybe you're not supposed to put a glaze on an angel food cake. Maybe just the concept is inherently flawed. But it doesn't look very cute. I would have rather made like a whipped cream, like a lemon whipped cream, right? But it's fine. I'm expanding my angel food cake horizons, you know? I've already done whipped cream. I haven't done a glaze. And I don't like that it's not dripping cute enough. I got one drip going. I got a single drip. Oh, there's some drips over here. Oh, there's actually some drips over here. Okay, sure. Let's cut a slice. All right, it's time for a slice of cake. Woo! Oh yeah, that's that angel food feeling, baby. Something has happened. Okay. All right, so you can see the marbling. I personally just now got a big chunk of white with a little bit of yellow. Looks pretty good. It's not as defined as I thought it would be, which I predicted. And you know, it's hard to see from looking at the cake that it's marbled, but it is kind of a nice little surprise inside. Let's take a bite. The lemon glaze is very flavorful. I love that. And the cake is an angel food cake. Can I just say, I made an angel food cake from scratch. Are you kidding me? It really worked. Like, this is an angel food cake. This is as good as one you could buy in the store. It tastes just as good as the box mix. It even tastes better than the box mix, because the box mix has like a bit of a chemical-y flavor to it, whereas this is just light, fluffy, airy, delicious. Just as predicted, it's light and fluffy. It's sweet, but not too sweet. You got that citrusy lemon flavor with the sugar. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's really good. Daffodil cake, so cute. I love the little surprise of the two marbling colors. That's really special. Otherwise, it's just kind of a standard angel food cake. I don't know about this lemon glaze though. It tastes good. I like the pairing of lemon with angel food, but it doesn't look great. Like, it's already starting to kind of crack on top. It doesn't like flood very well over a very crumbly type of cake. I don't know about the lemon glaze. I don't know about that. Like, the flavor idea is there. It's just the visual output is less than ideal. But I mean, it tastes really good. So I think I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 red spoons. Back in the box. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, I've made other angel food cakes on the channel, so check out Angel Food Waldorf next. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and until next time, happy homemaking.